Hi there guys, this is Matt from FlowDynamics, and this is another video on how you can create a voice or chatbot for your website in under 5 minutes. Now a voice bot allows you to actually associate a synthesized voice. We have over 200 different voices and constantly growing a selection of voices from different genders, male and female, across all the 15 plus languages that the chatbot platform supports. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to create a chatbot or a voice bot in under 5 minutes, and we're going to show you end to end how this works. So the first thing you want to do is click on Launchpad from the main control panel once you've logged in and have your
Hi
access.
Matt, what do you want to do today?
It's going to greet you in a very friendly way like that, and we're going to click on Create New Flow. This is going to open up the new Flow wizard, and we're just going to give it a simple name. Simple 5-minute voice bot. We're going to call it a sample demonstration bot. We're going to select no template for now. We're going to select basically the web chat as well as the embed, and this will allow the flow to be embedded on your website, or you can even provide a user with a specific URL and you can actually just navigate to that and you can communicate with the bot that way as well. But these are the two channels for the simplicity's sakes. We're going to click, actually we're going to turn off live agent chat. We're just going to turn these two on and click next. Search is if you want to add it to the search index. Let's say this is more of a private flow and we don't want to add it to the FlowDynamics index. We're just going to leave that off and we're not going to put in any keywords for that. We're going to turn off the generic chatter because we're going to build the entire thing out. And we're going to put in an introduction here. Hello, I am the 5-minute chat voice bot. How can I assist? Okay, and we're going to select some voices here. So we have a couple different to select from. We're going to hit play sample to see how each one of these sounds.
This is a FlowDynamics test.
We can try some different ones. For example, this might have a Canadian English accent here.
This is a FlowDynamics test.
And there's also many other premium voices as well. Like I said, there's over 200 different voices we can select from. Some very interesting ones here. For example, here's one that's a little more of a refined premium voice.
This is a FlowDynamics test.
But for this, we're just going to go with a simple standard voice. We're going to go with this, where is it here? George, who has a British accent.
This is a FlowDynamics test.
Okay, so we're going to hit select on that, and we're going to hit next. Now it says, okay, we're all ready to go. We're going to hit finish, and this is going to create the flow and bring us into the flow edit screen. Okay, so as you can see, it needs to be trained. That's fine. We're going to go into the canvas editor by clicking the designer button there, or you can also go to edit build and click on designer, and both will open up the designer. And there's our initial entry point to our flow. Now we're going to add a simple single node for a response, and we're basically going to answer, for example, how are you? We're going to do very simple, and then we're going to loop back to the beginning. So we're going to go, this one is intent, say well-being, we're going to call this, and we're going to say if the user says, for example, how are you? How are you doing? How's it going? Feeling well? For example, you can put the question mark or not. It actually works without the punctuation as well. And we're going to add a question node. So essentially the response node is basically decides the direction for which a flow will go. And you could add multiple response nodes under each question, under the main question in this case, which essentially dictates the direction that the flow is going to go into when the user says something. So we're going to add a question here. Questions are actually essentially statements from the bot to the user. I know it looks a little bit interesting because it's a question, but a lot of times the bot will be asking questions, so it was kind of designed to be called a question essentially. We can move this stuff around a bit, and here we're going to put I am doing great, thanks for asking. This is very simple, and we're going to target back to the beginning. Okay, so what that's going to do is that's going to pop the we're going to hit select target under colors and targeting and select target there. So it's basically going to direct the flow down to this point here and pop back to the beginning. And it will repeat this because it has repeat destination on. This flag will actually allow will tell the system to actually repeat this message each time. Okay, so we're going to do that. Now, as you can see, we need to be trained. We're going to hit start training, and we're going to wait. This is going to train the AI model using natural language processing technologies, all powered by FlowDynamics, and it will come back with a pop-up once the training of the model has been complete. Okay, so as you can see, the training's been complete, and it'll
Hey
actually will
Matt,
say that
your flow has been successfully trained.
the system does communicate with you in the voice that you've selected for the flow, which kind of gives it a really interesting experience because you feel like you are working with the flow itself. Okay, so now that it's trained, you can see here that it's been in the staged condition. So we can actually hit preview here and hit preview in a specific English language. And this will open up the preview pane here. If I click on enable audio,
Hello, I am the 5-minute voice bot. How can I assist?
okay, great. So if I say hello, how are you, and hit enter, it should navigate down to that question node. Do you remember when we put in the response node with the utterance? Okay, so those utterances will guide the
I
flow
am
down
doing
in the
great.
direction.
Thanks for
Okay,
asking.
and there we go.
Hello, I am the 5-minute voice bot.
And there it
How
goes,
can I
repeating the
assist?
entry point once again. Okay, this is a very simple flow, but it does demonstrate how you can create a flow in under 5 minutes. Now, the next step would be, is now it's staged, we simply want to publish it. So we go to Action, Publish Draft, and we want to make this initial draft, for example. We're going to publish this out to the world and hit Publish. Essentially, you're going to hit Publish, and it's going to go live. And then here we go. We have a flow that's live and ready to be embedded on your website. You can then pass them a specific URL, which you can give to your users, or you can embed it directly on your website. If you go to over here, embedding, and you can copy this snippet of code onto your website, and will embed this flow directly on your website. And that's it. This video concludes the demonstration of how you can create a flow in under 5 minutes. Voice-enabled voice bot, not just chat bot, from FlowDynamics. Great. So go to www.flowdynamics.ca. Sign up for your free 30-day full featured trial today. Thank you. Bye.